Welcome to York County 911, the communication center for police, fire, and EMS across the county. When you dial 911, your phone rings here, and one of our skilled dispatchers answer the call, obtain your location and what is happening, and help is dispatched to you. Today, we're going to show you some of the behind the scenes of how your call to 911 is processed and how the call is sent out to police officers, firefighters, and ambulance crews to make sure you get the help you need as fast as possible. First, let's look at where it all began.
July 25th, 1970, York County Control signed on the air for the very first time. We were one of the first 911 agencies in the eastern U.S. and have been operating 24/7, 365 ever since. In 1986, we started using an enhanced 911 system, or E911. So that's kind of the 911 system that you're used to, what you see in movies and television shows. In 1988, we started using emergency medical dispatch protocols to kind of streamline medical instructions and aid to our community. So what that means for you is if you have an emergency here, as well as across the river, you should be asked the same questions and receive the same type of response. In 2006, we started using a computer-aided dispatch system, or a CAD system. So instead of pen and paper, you're entering calls in the computer. In 2007, we moved into this facility. So it's a secured building we share with emergency management, secured access points on each door. In 2021, we started using emergency police dispatch protocols and fire dispatch protocols. So similar to medical, it just means that if you have an emergency here, as well as some other counties in Pennsylvania, you should be asked the same questions and receive that same general response. Currently, we take about 1,100 calls. That's about 400,000 calls annually, so it's kind of equivalent to each citizen calling within the year.
The call takers and dispatchers really are our first line of information. They gather all the information we need for a call. So the officers know how to respond. They know what they're getting into as they approach the call. But even more than that, it helps us with basically assigning our resources. What do we need to send to the call? I mean, the 911 dispatchers are responsible for not only police, but fire and EMS, and they help us to dispatch those resources correctly.
When they get that call, they can be that voice of reassurance to help ease the anxiety prior to the arrival of any of the responding units. And it wasn't for them kind of being able to calm the caller. Who knows what would happen when we get there? And that's what a dispatcher does. They really do calm the situation and help us better perform our jobs.
Not only do we have amazing dispatchers, but we also have great administrative staff to keep us up and running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
Meet our directors, Guy and Chris. Guy is the Executive Director of Public Safety. He oversees the Department of Emergency Services, also known as the 911 Center, the Department of Emergency Management, and the Traffic Safety Department. Chris is our Deputy Director of Operations. He oversees the daily operations involving staff training and quality improvement.
Lori, our Executive Assistant, and Renee, our Administrative Assistants, help with paperwork, reception, and payroll for the administrative staff. Holly and Brianne work in Administrative Services. Holly is our Human Resources Manager. Brianne is our Organizational Development Administrator, and she oversees the dispatch schedule along with payroll for the dispatch floor. Our Information Administrator, Tia, handles requests from the field and the public about information for calls processed here at 911. Scott, our Project Manager, is in charge of any big project like our radio upgrades.
Our training department handles our classroom training, certifications, and continuing education. They prepare our dispatch staff to handle emergencies on the dispatch floor. The Quality Assurance Department listens to 911 calls and radio traffic in order to offer feedback to dispatch staff and help them improve their skills. They make sure that the dispatcher performance is within compliance of established standards. Our operations managers oversee the daily operations of the dispatchers and floor supervisors. Our central records supervisor oversees a team of records specialists who work alongside our dispatch staff.
Our operations shift supervisors oversee the dispatch staff on each assigned shift. We have 2 day shifts, A and B, and 2 night shifts, C and D.
Next up is our Mobile Data Computer Department, or MDC for short. These are the people that install the computers into the emergency vehicles. These specialized computers are installed on almost every police car and in some fire trucks and ambulances as well. This allows the responders to access the information from our computers into their vehicles. Our radio department makes sure that our portable radios are working properly throughout the county.
Our computer-aided dispatch, also known as our CAD, is our computer program that collects information from the caller and responder status. Our Geographical Information Systems, or GIS department, also known as our mapping department, is the department that helps make sure all the roads and houses are mapped correctly.
I enjoy the stress, the hectic, the chaos, but also being in control of all of that and helping people and helping the officers. It's just what I really like to do.
And they're not outside the first responder community. They really aren't. They are part of the first responders. It's the same as anybody else. Maybe have it a little bit harder because they aren't on scene. They're basically limited to a voice over a telephone or a radio.
There's no monotony. Every day is a new adventure. You could be crazy busy or you could be slow, but it's never the same. Something to be proud of. Not everybody can do it. And so to be successful is something to write home about. With the family aspect as well, it's a pretty tight unit.
When someone calls in to York County 911, we ask questions to obtain your location, your phone number, and what is happening. Important things to know when you call is your address or location. If you are not at home, look around at where you are, whether you are at a store or a park, and what the name of that store or park is, for example. Also, know your phone number with area code. Just in case the call drops, we need to know what number to call you back with. Remember to stay calm. We have instructions to help you until responders arrive. Do not hang up until the dispatcher tells you that they are done asking questions. York County 911 is committed to providing professional and efficient services with the highest standards to help save lives and protect property.
We appreciate the fine work that they do and how much we appreciate the staff at York County 911, behind the scenes and on the radio for everything they do for our department and the citizens we serve.
It'd be very chaotic without them. It would be kind of like removing one of your senses. I mean, pick one, any of your senses, and being expected to do the same job in the same manner would be nearly impossible without some sort of accommodation. So they're a vital part of the first responder community.